Well, guys, it's official. The Supreme Court has ruled that DACA gets to stay. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't necessarily mean that Trump's team can't go back and make another reason as to why they should be able to, because the Supreme Court has also ruled that Trump does have the authority, but the reason that he gave isn't a valid reason. So for now, they are safe, but you know what? That is fine. That is great news, and we get to have these people stay and live a prosperous life and have opportunity. So this is great. I wanna show you guys a video where they interviewed a few DACA recipients, and we'll break it down.
And Carolina Fung Fang, one of the plaintiffs in this successful SCOTUS case, joins us now. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
So how are you feeling right now? I mean, since you've learned what happened just after 10 a.m. this morning?
Honestly, I'm still in disbelief. I didn't think that a decision will come today. But now that the Supreme Court has ruled in our favor, I feel overjoyed and feeling a huge sense of relief at this moment.
So you came to America when you were just 12 years old. You've been here for nearly 20 years. Walk us through what your life has been like, and especially these last few weeks as essentially your fate has been in limbo.
Life in the U.S. has been, it had its ups and downs, and with DACA, it made my life a lot easier in terms of like being able to find a job and start my life as an educator and live independently. I didn't have to rely on my family to support me anymore, and I could like stand on my own 2 feet, get my own apartment, get myself a job. And this last couple of weeks, as we have been anxiously waiting for a decision from the Supreme Court, has been a roller coaster of emotions. Most days I was, treating it like a normal day. Other days I will feel frustrated that there has not been a decision made. And as days went by and dealing with a pandemic and the uprisings that are happening across the country, it just made me feel like very anxious and nervous. And that led to me thinking that we were going to have a negative response. So that's why I'm still in shock and still can't believe that we won.
Feeling a little bit of relief, I can imagine, today. You felt like you could be a voice for other young people in your situation, but today does not cement your status or any of the nearly 700,000 Dreamers, according to Chief Justice John Roberts, who decided this case on procedural grounds. So what would you like to see happen next, and what's your message to Congress?
Well, next step is, yes, I understand that the court has decided that the termination of DACA is reviewable. But, this is not the end of our fight. We still need to push our elected officials to pass legislation that will protect the 11 million undocumented immigrants that live in this country. And there's still a lot of work to be done towards reaching that goal.
A lot of work to be done, for sure. Carolina, thank you again so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
This is amazing, man. Truly amazing. We have, 700,000 DACA recipients. Now, DACA, Obama, I think it was under the Obama administration where he made DACA, and basically it's for children whose parents came here illegally, quote unquote, and they said, hey, you guys had nothing to do with it, so we're going to let you stay. So basically, they've been given legal status. They have work visas and stuff, and they can also study and, just prosper, man. And now they don't have to worry about, our president is so scummy, man. For what? Why? What's the whole point of getting rid of 700,000 people who are, by the way, they're upstanding citizens? In fact, immigrants in general cause far less crime than U.S. citizens. Fox loves to take like this one rare specific case of like an MS-13 member like killing somebody or something like that, and they just say, oh, well, all immigrants are criminals. It's all fear-mongering, man. Justice Roberts was the swing vote. And, like I said, it's basically, it's not over. They can review it again. And of course, Trump is going to try and go back and try and get DACA ended. But for right now, they are staying, they are here, and it's amazing. What I really, really love, because I was really scared with the two conservative judges that Trump put in, because clearly they don't, you know what, that doesn't matter. But it's great to know that even on issues like this, we get great rulings, and, this is just amazing. Now they can keep going to school, now they can keep working. Part of the American dream, the American dream at some point, it welcomed immigrants. It welcomed opportunity. There was a time where half of the country wasn't scared of immigrants. I think about the Ellis Island days where, it was simple. You get vetted, they check for diseases, within a few hours you're on your way. I wish we could just go back to that system, but right now, between ICE being privately funded 90% of the time, strict borders, it's a whole different, all the fear-mongering too, it's just a whole another atmosphere, and people just want to ban immigrants, and that's not what this country is about. The foundation of America is liberty, individual freedom, and there was a time where everybody agreed to that, but now you got right-wingers like Trump who choose fear over freedom. And when you really look at the statistics, when you really look at the data, they're really basing all of their views on just fear-mongering, because they're not taking our jobs, they're causing far less crime than us. Why do you want them gone? They just want to have this quote-unquote principled standard of the law is the law. Well, you know what? The law is unjust in this case. There is no reason why it should take 10 years to get citizenship. We have one of the most extensive background check systems in the world. We can get these people's records from their homeland. It's just, we have a chance to give other people chances. And, with programs like DACA, more people have that economic and personal freedom that this country can offer, that this country can provide, for the most part. All these people ever wanted was just a better life for themselves. They keep painting them as these criminals and yada, yada, yada. No. There's nothing going wrong. There's nothing going on with immigration. Crossings have dropped in the past 10 years. Mexico's economy is doing much, much better now. I just wish people would be more empathetic, try and put themselves in these people's shoes. What would you do if you were in a war-torn country and you had nowhere else to go? And you had kids too, and your kids are seeing this. You see, they don't think like that. They want to be drenched in fear-mongering and drenched in the idea that something might happen. Well, anything could potentially happen. Anything bad could happen. You could walk out of your house right now and get shot right then and there. But you know what? We take that risks. And we take that risks not only for our country to prosper, but for them to prosper as well. Because then, if that's the case, everybody wins. So, you know, we gotta lax these immigration laws, man. We need an open door policy. We need to get people. We need to get more visas in here. We need to get more people working. Right now, we have more vacant jobs than people, and we could use the labor. We could use the higher GDP. We could create jobs. So this was an amazing ruling. I'm glad the Supreme Court did their job for once. And now these people can keep doing what they got to do, and they can stay, and it's amazing news, guys. It's truly amazing. Peace, love, and liberty. I'll see you next video.